Eagles Preview today at 11:30.
Today, our champion, Janice Caissie of Newton, Massachusetts, faces the challenge of Shireene LaFortune of North Harwich, Massachusetts on Candlepin Bowling. Hi, everybody. Welcome once again to Candlepin Bowling, coming to you from the fairway in Natick, Massachusetts. As always, it will be 3 strings of Candlepin Bowling, total pinfall determining our winner. Each of our bowlers will take home a permanent souvenir from the Ace Trophy Company of Boston. In addition, they will take home some money because we have guaranteed prize money of $1,200. $700 goes to the winner, $350 goes to the runner-up, $50 available to the winner of each string. And the bowler with the most marks will receive a $50 gift certificate from True Value hardware stores and home centers. Other opportunities will come along, 3 marks in a row, etc. Some things you already know. I'll remind you as the program goes along, but let's talk to today's bowler, shall we? Shireene was on 7 years ago, huh?
Yes.
Where have you been keeping yourself?
Hiding.
Hiding?
Hiding.
Why, you didn't like the performance the last time? Is
Right.
So you've been practicing for 7 years to get better, huh?
Yep.
Well, I want to know one thing. I know you live on Cape Cod, and so do I, but see here that you're a bakery manager. How come that you're so slim and trim? I mean, you don't eat your own product?
Yes, I do. That's why I'm gaining weight.
Oh, okay. Now, Janice came on last weekend, and just, I mean, she was so calm and collected, and so sure. No,
really.
She was scared to death, right? But the important thing is you're back again as defending champion. So you made it look very, very easy. Well, almost, until the very last box when you were sweating it out, huh?
Yeah, that's for sure.
But it's nice. First of all, you won your first roll-off, and now you won your first appearance on our show. So you feel pretty contented, even no matter what happens today.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm going to wish good luck to you, and good luck to you, Shireene, and we'll get underway right after this.
Candlepin Bowling is sponsored in part by True Value Hardware, your store of first choice.
Leading off, today's challenger coming from North Harwich, Massachusetts, Shireene LaFortune. Shireene has a league average of 115. 9. High single, 175. High triple, 425. So close to a strike. Ralph Stewart calls time and wants to check on this piece of wood to see whether it is this side of the deadwood line or touching it. And she did not get it. A 10. Here's our defending champion who came on the program for her very first appearance last week, Janice Caissie of Newton, Massachusetts. Janice defeated Carol Downey. Carol, of course, one of the well-known, outstanding women candlepin bowlers. There are 2 pins remaining. Janice average is 108. Her high single is 149. Her high triple, 382. And she begins with a 10. Janice is a production operator for GTE. She's married and mother of 3. Shireene also married but does not have any children. And it is an 8. Challenger, Shireene LaFortune from Cape Cod, North Harwich. Nine. What Shireene was referring to in her last appearance was that she bowled nowhere near what she would ordinarily do, but the fact that she was bowling Tony Marie Baldinelli, I'm sure, had something to do with that. Nice shot. Didn't quite get the 10. As you can see, Caissie is the way her name is pronounced, but it is not spelled that way because it's an anglicized version of what is basically a French name, C-A-I-S-S-I-E. She had a spare leave, but was unable to convert it. There it is for a 10. A triangle to work on. This is made up of the 3, 5, and 6. Oh, just a fraction away from hitting that 3. And again, a fraction away from hitting it. All right, we have gone through 4 boxes of the first string, and we will take our first check on the scoreboard at the end of this. And it is 1 pin separating our two. LaFortune 37, Caissie 36.
Ta-da!
What's that?
It's a candlepin. You know, as in bowling, as in a nice change from TV this weekend.
Honey, bowling is big pins, heavy ball.
This is candlepin bowling.
Oh?
It takes some talent. Thin pins, small ball, good exercise, and fun.
Looks really tough.
Do I hear a challenge, Deadeye?
Deadeye? I'll meet you in the car.
Meet your challenge. Bowl Candlepins, where you see the MBA seal of quality.
Shireene LaFortune, our challenger, leading by 1 after 4 boxes. We haven't had a mark as yet. 3 marks in a row. Any combination of strikes or spares in the same string will establish a bonus of $50. Then each subsequent consecutive mark in the same string would be worth $50 apiece. 3 strikes in a row, an extra bonus of $1,000. A 3-string series over 400, another bonus of $100. For a moment it appeared she might get a spare there, but left 1. Nine. Janice Caissie, defending champion. Half Worcester left. Still has 4-7 on the left and 10 on the right. Nine. And we're still looking for our first mark. Diamond right, a tough spare leave. Just picked off the 5, that's all. The configuration was 3, 5, 6, and 9. And 8. The Massachusetts Bowling Association would like me to remind you that the second season of the over-average tournament is going to take place with league bowlers. That's for over average, which really means that any league bowler can be a winner. Did pretty well last year. There were 52 bowlers from across the state who shared in the $25,000, and then hundreds others won some additional money at the individual house finals. So you can check your MBA center. Competition is going to be weekly and also during some of the regular league play. So it can be fun. Check on it. Shireene LaFortune has a good spare leave. Well, now it just got better as 2 more pins went down. She's only got a single pin to pick up, the 4. Waiting for wood to settle down. Now going after that single pin, the 4. Yep. So there is the first mark. Defending champion Janice Caissie has 4 boxes left in the first string in order to pick up her first. And she has the same pin to pick up, the 4 pin. The only difference is that there was a piece of wood directly behind the 4 for Shireene. Here it stands alone. But in both cases, our women came right in, hit it, and made the spare. Seven. And she's left with the 1, 3, and 10. And she has 2 in a row. Our challenger working on a spare. This is the bonus ball. And she gets just 5. 3, 4, 5, 9, 10. And she got everything except, and the 7 was in there too. 10. Our crew today is Jim Reedy, Bob Hackala, Skip Peabody, and Dick Erickson. If that had toppled just a little bit toward her, it would have picked up the 5 and she would have had a strike. So now she's got the single pin, the 5 to work on. Shireene LaFortune, today's challenger. Right on it. 99 plus. Her league average is 115. Five more, 104. Janice Caissie has 2 marks in a row. Half Worcester right as she punched out 3 and 9. Right in the same spot, so that puts a bit of pressure for the final ball here. A 6. That brings her to 88, which is 1 pin less than Shireene had at this particular point, but then Shireene followed it with a spare in the 10th. So let's see if Janice can do the same thing, spare or strike. She's left 2, but they are the 5 and 6. There's a little piece of wood at an angle slightly to the left of the 5. Can she? No. So the best that she can do will be a 98. And that's what it will be. And the first bonus money will go to Shireene LaFortune as she wins the first string by a score of 104 to 98. In the middle string, our defending champion leads it off. Here she is, Janice Caissie.
Gives doubt is the fact
Seven. That's on the first ball, and she's left with a triangle made up of the 6, 9, and 10. Oh, too far to the right. 8 is the fill, but she did not double up. A 10. Now our challenger, Shireene LaFortune. Three, 5, 6, 9, 10 on the right, plus the 7 on the left, and she got everything but the 7. A 10. Shireene leading by 6 coming into the first, but she now is behind by 2. And another 10. Al Giglio keeping score on the electronic scoreboard today, and Keith Williams is keeping score on the big board for the benefit of the gallery here. Defending champion, Janice Caissie of Newton. Ralph Stewart, lob line judge and referee in his accustomed spot. Don Riley is our statistician and coordinator, and of course, Phil Rubin is our producer and director. Nine. Just a mite too full on the head pin, but she had good velocity on that. And either right or left of that number one stood an excellent chance of making a strike. How about that? That's worth another look, isn't it? Boy, 4-7, 6-10, spare. Shireene has a tough one here because it's the old 5 and 10. 5 is out of there, but the 10, no. A 9. Shireen's a pretty fast bowler. Just get the ball and fire. One pin shy of it being a spread eagle. She has the 3, 6, 10 on the right, 4 and 7 on the left. Three and 6 gone. And another 9. One more check on the scoreboard after 4 boxes of the middle string. As we said, Shireene LaFortune was leading by 6, 104 to 98 after 2. Right now, Janice Caissie has a bonus ball to throw, so the score with pins down at the moment is Caissie 47 and LaFortune 38. Coming to the halfway point in the match, our defending champion, Janice Caissie, working on a spare. And here's the fill. It is, ooh, very thin hit. Just 3. And no wood to help. Four, 7, 6, 10. No wood. It's a 7 box, and since she only got 3 on the fill, it basically is a wash. One and 10 still remain. And 8. Ralph Stewart goes trotting down to get a pin that's loose. And gets a hand. Today's challenger from North Harwich on Cape Cod, Shireene LaFortune. Still has 5 and 7. A 10. Again, just a little bit too full on the head pin. 2, 4, 7 on the left, 10 on the right. A couple of pieces of wood in between. Got everything except the 2 pin. Had a letter from Roger Godin of Manchester, New Hampshire, or perhaps anglicized it's Godin. And he said, many years I've heard you mention a perfect game of candlepin bowling being with a mark in every frame. A while ago in league play at the Lakeside Lanes in Manchester, New Hampshire, I posted 10 consecutive 10s for a perfect 100. Spare for Janice. This was done in a normal string. It was a complete surprise. I have not in my 40 years of bowling ever seen it done at any other time. Could you or one of your listeners verify just how rare is this so-called perfect game? Well, Roger, all I can say is it's very rare. I can't tell you how rare, but I do know that many, many years ago, and old-time candlepin bowlers have told me this. The fill, by the way, is 4. That many of the candlepin bowlers who were skilled and working very hard on their pinning used to try to roll a perfect 100, and that meant 10 consecutive 10s. No marks. You avoid marks completely. What you want is to have 10 successive 10s, just as you did. They said it was much more difficult than trying to get, in many instances, a high score. And you can imagine why, because when you throw the ball down, if you happen to get a big pocket hit and get a strike, then you have defeated your purpose, or if you get a spare. So I would say that the 10 made up of 10 consecutive 10s is extremely rare. That's about all I can say. I have no way of checking. So close to a strike. 1 pin still standing, the 4 pin. Spare in the 8th for today's challenger. Now our defending champion, Janice Caissie. That hurts. I mean, it's hard to accept. You know that you did what you were supposed to do. You hit the head pin. But when you hit it right on the nose and punch out, leaving spread eagle, or in this case, she left spread eagle on the left side and only 2 pins on the right. But it is frustrating. And yet, you must accept the fact that you did what you're supposed to do. You went right down there and hit the head pin. She got a slight right pocket hit that time and winds up with 4 and 5 side by side, plus the 7, and a little piece of wood to the right of the 5 and across the 4 and 7. Now she has a decision to make, what she's going to do. She played it beautifully, beautifully. Spare in the 10th, puts her at 104. The fill, 6 more, 110. Now our challenger comes up and she's working on a spare. She won the first string. 2, 4, 7, 6, 10. And everything down except the 7 pin. That goes for a 10. Now she's at 91 through 9. Again, just a fraction too full on the head pin, leaving 4, 7 on the left, 6 pin on the right, 2 pieces of wood in a sort of a V configuration just to the left of the 6 pin. It almost worked. She got the 6 and she got the 4. The 7's still there. A 10 for a 101. And Janice Caissie picks up $50 for winning the middle string. And she has taken the lead by a score after 2 of 208 to 205. Today's challenger, Shireene LaFortune from North Harwich on Cape Cod, leading off the third. There are still 4 pins up. 3, 6, 4, 7. No. It's a 7 box. $6.10 on the right, 2, 4, 7 on the left. What a great shot. Everything went except the 10. And as it turned out, the piece of wood that landed in front of the 10 was a roadblock. A 3-pin lead for this lady. Our defending champion, Janice Caissie of Newton. One, 8, 9, 10. She got the toughest part, the 8, 9, 10, but did not get the head pin. A 10 to begin the third. One, 2, 9, and 10. Wood in front of the 10 and to the right of the 2-pin. Excuse me, the 3-pin. 1, 3, 9, and 10. Nine. So she has picked up some more and leads by 3, by 9 total. An 8. Three, 6, 10 on the right, 7. Oh, she just missed that 7 coming back. I was looking at the totals. Janice, Caissie. Oh, no. 5 didn't go. She makes it a 10 box. Seven-pin lead for our defending champion. 6 boxes to go. And here is the challenger, Shireene LaFortune of Cape Cod from North Harwich, facing a 1, 3, 6, and a 7 on the left. Boy, she was robbed on that one, I'll tell you. She hit that perfectly, it appeared, and just did not get the 7. Too full on the head pin and winds up with a spread eagle. 2, 4, 7, 3, 6, 10. Right side. Got all of the right and also got the 7 pin. That's what you can hope to do if you can get that and get the thing pins to fall forward. A 10. Our high-low jackpot, 1710, $100. Our home viewer, 150. For the home viewer, it will be the total pinfall, both bowlers combined. Janice has punched out to the left, a half Worcester, and has just put the second ball in the same spot. Now the attempt will be to salvage as much as she can out of this box, and she makes it a 7. She's opposite a 10, so she dropped 3 more pins. Her lead down to 4 pins. Three, 5, 6, and 7. And it goes for a big, big spare. Shireene LaFortune had close to 4 pins. And Shireene has 2 pins to pick up for a spare. She has wood on each side of it. It's the 5 and 9. It goes, and that's a very big spare for Shireene. She wastes no time. How about that? How's that for a challenge? Spare followed by strike. Let's see now how our defending champion responds to that. She has a spare up on the board in a box in front. That is, she's in the 6th, and she still has to go opposite the 7 and 8. 6 is the fill, and she's working on diamond right. 3, 5, 6, and 9. And the left-hander fires and made it. Oh, what a big spare that is, and making one of the toughest, as you know, spare leaves, as we've learned over, how about that, just about 31 years of doing this. That hurt, just 2. Half Worcester, left side. Now she has to compose herself and try to make a 10 here if she can. And this is not going to be easy. Not at all. It's a 6 box, and that hurt. That 6 box really hurt. Strike. Gives her 2 bonus balls. The first one knocks down 4 pins. That's a very big 9. She has just jumped from being 10 behind to 2 behind to being 11 ahead. Great finish right now for Shireene LaFortune. A 113. Janice has to get to a 109 for a tie. Very big comeback with a strike here. .110 is what she needs for a tie, excuse me. 7 on the first ball, but that's not enough. Nope, she could not do it. She needed a 110 for a tie, and she cannot get it. 8. 105. She falls 5 pins shy. So we have a new champion, just as we have had in each of the last 3 weeks, where we've had the challenger come on and win. The final score here is LaFortune 318 and Caissie 313. $150 in the jackpot here, the home viewer jackpot. And the total we're looking at, both bowlers combined today, 631, which means if I draw a card anywhere between 621 and 641, that person will win the $150. But as we've told you so many times, drawing the card, even if it's nowhere near the total, that person is still rewarded with several prizes. Here's what he or she will receive today.
Zebco's classic ultralight rod and reel will go with you anywhere. The rod telescopes to only 1 foot and is matched with a quality little Zebco spin cast reel. And Solder Seal Gunk Heavy Duty Puncture Seal provides security in a can. Seals and inflates all types of tires in seconds while on the car. Keep a can of Solder Seal Gunk Puncture Seal in your trunk. And from American Tool Companies, Vise Grip 6-inch long nose locking pliers with wire cutter. They're built tough, made in the USA, and priced right.
Okay, 631, that's the total. Both bowlers combined today. This card comes from Arthur Morrison of Cross Street in Northbridge, Massachusetts, who will receive those gifts. And his guess is $750. So next week, our homebrew jackpot will be worth $200. Our high-low jackpot is worth $100. And Shireene, you get first try at it. Pick your favorite lane and fire. Janice. Okay, if you'd stay here, Janice, and Shireene, would you come up right behind her, please? You knew that at one time you were going to get, if you won, you were going to get a big trophy, and when you eventually lost, you were going to get a smaller one. You hope there'd be a few more weeks in between, though. Is that it?
Yeah, I tried.
Well, you had a good time, and you also had more marks, so you get the $50 gift certificate from True Value, $350, and $50 in bonus money. It was a pleasure having you. I hope you had fun, too.
Oh, yeah, I did.
Okay, nice to have you here. Shireene, come over here. You did it. You vindicated yourself, huh? I know you wanted to do that desperately after what happened 7 years ago.
You got it.
And so today we're happy to give you the big trophy from the Ace Trophy Company. $100 in bonus money, $700 for winning. I don't know who your opponent will be. She's going to be somebody from the Worcester area. And you don't mind driving up to the Cape to be here next week?
Of course not.
Okay.
Thank you very
All
much.
right. Don Gillis for the whole crew. Bye-bye, everybody. See you.